I can do this. I'm an amazing person.
Yeah. This ends up functioning as a pretty good sequence for closing down sessions. Now you have, or at the beginning, so you have a person turn from side lying to supine before you even put the bolster in. You could have them keep their knees up, feet flat, and then do this. I'm a bit more prone, supine, to do this at the end. As kind of one more thing. Typically low back is the most common symptom. So do the whole massage, and then at the end they've been able to relax. I go, okay, we're gonna do one more thing for your low back. Knees up, feet flat, all the way up, yep. I wanna try to make sure their feet are symmetrical with where they're set. Knees, everything. Sometimes I have to ask them to pick their pelvis up, so pick up and back down. Just as a nice reset. This would integrate well if you were doing pelvic girdle stuff too. But then what we're going to do is I'm going to reach across and I'm going to go as far as I can to get to our low back and then just leaning straight back. Draping wise, you have the sheet here. There's an option to have the client hold the sheet, and then you will hold a towel across the chest and you pull the sheet down to create a window here at the belly, or you can create just a little half moon shape here using the sheet and do it go that way. So what I do is I pull their knees toward me and I'm reaching for that low back. Once I find spinous process, take hold, and then I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do. Now, some people, they're going to want to use two hands. I do okay with just one. It depends on your size proportionate to theirs, okay? So sometimes you do have to be here, and if you don't have an adjustable table, this would be where you would want a step stool to get yourself a little bit higher up. Okay, now all I'm going to do is coach her. I'm going to lean back. I drop both my knees, lean back. I'm trying to grip that low back and pull it right across to the belly. I'm going to say, okay, turn both your knees the opposite direction. And I can reach and hold on, go as far as this is comfortable. Okay, and then slowly come back to me. Now that caused me to glide more laterally. As she comes back over, then I can cleanly reset. Okay, turn. And across. And swing around, do it again. The only other things I could suggest working here is that I'm aware of clients and practitioners being uncertain with working on the belly, right? So I don't tend to just go right after the belly button. Okay, if we find the line of the ribs, that'll have a sensation quality to it that's a bit more like a muscle sensation rather than working down and just like the lower part of the belly. If we just find where the ribs meet the abdominal muscles, and those abdominal muscles come up over top of the ribs, all right? If I just apply a little bit of pressure, I don't want to be on the solar plexus. I want to be just lateral to that and just create a little bit of pressure down. I'm creating a little bend / stretch where the abdominal muscles go over top of the ribs. And then just breath. And I could chase that all the way out. Now, rectus abdominis will have a bit, that line there, more central. We'll have a little bit more to it. And then as we go lateral, I might find something like there. I found a little something. And then just breath. People will misinterpret this and try to call it a diaphragm release. I'm freeing up the abdominal muscles, not the diaphragm. I have to be up, inside under the rib cage to do that. But if I make this section of abdominal muscles more pliable along the ribs, then it allows for that expansion of the belly.
And I just use the side of my hand, come in and get the whole side of my hand. You can do it with your fingers, or you can use the whole side of your hand to get in through there. And then we've got that big refe, that big Lena elbow. Is it the Lena elbow?
Linear elbow, yeah.
Yeah. All right, right. So the belly button right down through there. I'm just gonna bend it. I'm just gonna put some pressure into it. And I don't do much static. I'm gonna put pressure in it and rock them. Alright.
These sensations, though, along the rib line or along that linea alba, have more of that therapeutic sensation quality than just doing needs on somebody's belly. Does that make sense? So the sensation and perception of it is quite different. And worst case scenario, working on the skin will always be more effective. But worst case scenario, these things can be done over the sheet.
Now you get to play. All right, pair up. I don't care how you do it.